What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm out here at the house. I moved into my dad's place, so I'm out here right now. Bunch of cleanup still to do around here. I took out 2 dumpsters already when I moved in here. But yeah, bunch of stuff still out in the barn to deal with. Bunch of stuff to take care of. Also still trying to sell his truck. If you guys know anybody who wants a dually, it's a 2011 3500 HD. It's a Duramax truck, so diesel. It's got to get a little bit of miles on it, 200 and something thousand, but she's still strong. I can go start it up right now if I wanted to and take it across the states. But today we're dealing with the Whaler, and we're doing some long overdue maintenance. So we're gonna do some bottom paint, of course, because the bottom paint is pretty much gone. As you can see, there's a little bit left up in there, but bottom paint pretty much gone. So we're going to be redoing the bottom paint. I have the boat completely gutted pretty much right now. No gas tank, no battery. Speaking of battery, we were actually out night fishing this past weekend. This is what started all this maintenance. We were out night fishing, and out of the blue, my 12-volt LifePo 4 battery decided it was just going to quit. So we got a new battery on the way. In the meantime, we are fixing up the boat and taking care of some stuff that really needed some addressing. So I've already started scuffing up, because I'm going to do a new top coat. Probably going to do some owl grip. I'm thinking a gray color might do good as long as it comes out light. Doing some scuffing up right now. I'm not going to take it all the way to the base because I'm a little scared too, honestly. It's an older boat, so I really don't know how much of the floor is left. You know, I know my dad painted it, so I don't know if he sanded it down before that. And there's already some spots that are pretty alarming, so I don't want to sand down too much. So pretty much I'm just scuffing up, getting some spots of the original coat exposed. But mainly I'm just trying to get it roughed up so the owl grip has something to stick to. There's one of the spots that needs addressing. That's gonna need probably some fiberglass and some resin on there. So we got a couple of those to take care of. There's that, there's this one down here on the floor. There's where my battery was sitting. I'm gonna have a little bit of a different setup now. Where the battery used to sit, there's a pretty decent gouge. So I'm going to be putting some starboard under there. I don't know why I didn't have anything under there to begin with, but that, and also the old rod holders. The old rod holders also rubbed in from just all the vibrations. You know, everything on the boat vibrates. So, you know, there's some stuff here. But we are going to take care of it. We're going to get the boat scuffed up here. We're gonna get the new battery in. We're gonna put new paint, top side, bottom paint. We're gonna do the little bit of fiberglass work we have to do, and we're also going to be painting the trailer. I like the galvanized paint just because it just helps with it. I don't know if I should really paint over the galvanized. So, but yeah, we're gonna do all that, and hopefully it should come out good. I did also fix my tiller handle. My tiller handle extension was messed up, so I fixed that at work. But there's just a lot of just little stuff that needs to be done. A lot of little itty bitty stuff. But yeah, I have everything off the boat here. So we're gonna get to doing some scuffing, and then we're gonna give her a wash down. There is also this crack too that is pretty gnarly on the top layer of the floor. So I mean, the main thing about all of this stuff is it's pretty superficial, in the sense of none of this stuff is going to make my boat sink. You guys know I've been in some pretty nasty shit in this boat, and it's still pretty solid. So it actually feels like it's about to rain here a little bit, so I'm gonna get this boat hosed off, and I'm gonna take my butt inside. I actually have a piece of starboard already. This is just gonna go here, and the battery is gonna sit up on top. I'm gonna have a bar across the back there to make sure anything doesn't slide backwards, but yep, that'll be right there, covering that spot up for safety. All right guys, the boat's roughed up. That's a bad one. I'm gonna definitely have to fix that. Fix that with some fiberglass, fix that with some fiberglass. I got the boat completely roughed up. It's real dusty right now because I went a little less roughing up back here and stuff. But there's another little spot here. Of course, from the battery over there, I already showed you guys that. There's a new little spot there that I found. Back here, there's another little spot that was cracking and stuff. So we're gonna get that taken care of. These back here are pretty good still. This right here had a little bit of a nasty spot, so I ground that down. We're gonna put some matte fiberglass in this hole right here. That's where the shallow water anchor was sitting, the handle of it. But yeah, I'm gonna get this thing washed down, move to the barn, and we'll wait for it to dry, and we'll start working on it. Well guys, here we are, day one of repairs, and quite honestly, if I don't have everything I need to get this boat taken care of, and trailer and all that, I don't give a shit at this point. I've been running around getting stuff together, prepping. It's finally time to do all this work. I'm not missing a bunch of fishing. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna get this shit done. I'm gonna get it done hopefully right. If I'm wrong with any of this stuff while I'm doing it, I guess let me know in the comments, but it's gonna be too late because everything will be done. So we got a couple of good ones. This one's a really good one. This is a really, the GoPro just does not show depth very well, but that's, I mean, it's all the way down to the foam. There we go, I'll get in there. I mean, I had to eat that out all the way to the foam to get it kind of cleaned out, ready for patchwork. We're gonna do a little bit of glass mat, maybe, depending on how the patch stuff works out. Because I grabbed some filler, some short strand filler. Did a little more research last night and figured I might be able to get pretty much all of this done with just short strand filler. I know that's not really the best, but most of these, like I said, are superficial. It's just the top side, floor really, you know, floor, top cap, if you will say. The bottom hole is fine. I mean, she's got some little scuffies from not having no bottom paint on it and stuff, but, and then there is one patch job down here that was done, it looks like, but I'm pretty sure my dad did this and he did this very well, so not too worried about that. But yeah, we're gonna get working on this thing, and I might throw a little patch on that too, maybe. I might throw a little patchwork on that because that's gonna start getting eaten down. But yeah, we're gonna start prepping up more and get to work.
Good, because
He's starting to harden up again. Oh guys, I got my first layer of patch stuff on the holes here. Holes and cracks. I'm gonna wait for it to harden. Got this one good back here. A couple of these need a little more work, need a little more patch to them. So I'm gonna be waiting for it to dry, sanding down. That one's probably good. I'll probably hit this one again because I don't know if you guys can see, but there's like a slight divot where the actual low spot was, so I need to build up a little more in there. Same with the front one. The front one has a little divot where the crack was too, so I need to let it dry, sand the outsides of it down a little bit, try to pack some more in the divots, and we might be painting today earlier than we expected, so we'll see what happens. Alright guys, I got them sanded down and added some more, built up a little bit on some of them. That one came out really good. That one came out good. The crack in that came out pretty good. I meant to put a little extra on there, but it'll be okay. I put a little bit on this because there was a crack here from, I used to throw the strap over the back of the boat. I don't do that anymore. But yeah, we're looking pretty good here. We're gonna let this cure, get it sanded up, get it blown off, wiped down, and then we're gonna start painting. Well guys, we got her painted, and I'll be honest, I took the I'm very impatient, y'all know me, very impatient to better back that up. I bought a backup motor because I bought a backup motor because my original motor lower unit went out. So I bought that motor just to use the lower unit while my new lower unit comes in. It's in my brand new lower unit's in the house. Super impatient, and this is the type of shit where it comes to bite you in the ass, because I used a grinder and a grinding disc to sand down and buff down this thing, and I'm sure you guys were screaming. You guys that know what you're doing were screaming at the TV while you were watching me do that on the time lapse. But I've pretty much ruined the texture of the boat. Where I didn't sand anything, left the texture that my dad had made, it looks great. It looks beautiful. But when you come over here, I'm gonna just flip it upside down just so I can get closer to the camera. You can really start seeing the grinder marks. It's really bad up here where you can really see the grinder marks. So yeah, not the greatest finish. You know, I'm not a professional by any means, but we did get the patches patched up. So the hole is going to be nice the floor is going to be nice and solid again in those spots. This paint should last a lot longer than the other paint. So I had enough with half a quart with 12 ounces. It's a 2-to-1 mixture with that owl grip. So with 12 ounces of paint plus the reducer and the converter, it came out to about a little less than 24 ounces of actual material, and that did the whole boat minus that compartment. So I did get the back compartment. The back compartment came out pretty good. All right, guys, a little tricky doodah day for you guys with smaller boats. If you ever want to lift your boat, check out what I got. I got it looped around the top. Okay, looped, cinched, ran through here, loop knot on the main hoist line, the main tight line, and then basically you just pull right here and that'll lift your boat right off the trailer. Well, it's supposed to anyways. I'm gonna have to do them both at the same time, get them both going, but I'll be able to get the boat off the trailer here. I just gotta grab a third rope and do it right here to this 4x4. All right, guys, well, I got the top side painted today, and I got the boat off the trailer, and I got the bottom sanded up, nice and scuffed up, ready for me to acetone wipe it tomorrow and start bottom paint. And as soon as those two things are done, we get the trailer sprayed up, we get the boat bottom painted up. All we gotta do is let this top coat dry, and then we can start re-rigging back up. Well, guys, it's the next morning, and the paint has set up pretty good. It feels good. All in all, came out pretty good. I hope it's not slick, man. I hope it's not slick. I hope it has a nice, yeah, it's got a nice little kind of grit to it, because honestly, I think a lot of dust got in it, because, geez, a lot of dust got in it, because, you know, we're outside in the elements and stuff. Did get some poop. I don't know. Rat poop or some kind of poop on the boat, and a couple of bugs landed on the boat last night. But other than that, it came out pretty good. We're gonna wait a little bit, get this trailer out in the sun, and we're gonna do the bottom paint today. We're gonna do the bottom paint today. We're gonna go right to the bottom lip here, all the way down. And then we're just gonna do what we had originally. I was gonna do the whole upper under lip and everything, but I don't wanna go overboard with the paint. So we're just gonna do a nice little V, just like we had before. Working on the boat, and these dudes showed up. Just hanging out. I love the wildlife out here. Alright, guys, we're about to start rocking some bottom paint here, finally. My hands are black. Should have brought some gloves, you know what I'm saying? But we got some Rust-Oleum boat bottom. It was super thick on the bottom. I had to stir it, shake it, all kinds of shit, but we got it. Oh, this stuff's really thick. That's what we want. Oh yeah, that's gonna look so good. Alright guys, well I got the first coat of bottom paint done. I'm not going to do a full second coat, but I'm going to do a second coat on the front and maybe down the main V here. I did, however, find something we need to address. So there's a patch here, a pre-existing patch here. And as you can see, the paint didn't stick right there. And that's because it's actually got a hole and is leaking water. Because, as I stated earlier, so there goes the water right there. As I stated earlier in the video, my whaler is waterlogged. So when this dries up, we're gonna sand it down right here. We're gonna get into it, throw a new little patch in there, some filler, and sand it down, repaint it, call it good.
Dad.
We got the trailer all painted up to the V of the tongue there, and we got that all painted up with the cold galvanized, and we got the bottom paint going. So did a little bit right there outside the tape, but that's okay. And it's not super even, but it looks good enough. The sides came out really good. The underneath came out really good. And I also did the whole back as well. I got some tape still to remove, but and a couple of spots to hit after it gets on the trailer, like right there behind the ropes. But other than that, She's looking good. I don't like the gloss finish. I wish it was more of a matte, because now it's like super shiny and I feel like it's gonna be slippery, but the boat's looking good. Well, it's not looking great. It's not looking professional, I'll tell you that, but it's looking all right. We're gonna wait till tomorrow to put
subscribe.
hang on, sweetie. We're gonna put the trailer back underneath the boat tomorrow after the bottom paint sets for a day. It says you can use it within 16 hours, but I'm gonna wait to put the trailer back up under it until tomorrow when I get home from work. That'll give it a good almost 24 hours of cure time, because it is, what time is it right now? 3:14. I get home around 2 o'clock, 2:30, so that'll be perfect. But yeah, we're gonna get the trailer back up under the boat, get everything rigged back up. I do have a piece of aluminum here that I'm gonna be putting across the back like so, to keep the battery and the gas tank, or well, not the gas tank, but the battery from sliding backwards and everything here from sliding backwards. I am gonna gap it off the floor a little bit so that stuff can go under it, like for cleaning. But other than that, just throw everything back together the way it was, and we'll be out fishing next weekend. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Day 4, 5, something like that, working on the boat. We're about to throw it back on the trailer. Our ropes stretched out over the last couple days, so we're not quite high enough to get it onto the trailer anymore. I walked out here today and I said that looks a lot lower than it was, so we're gonna use this little floor jack up the back a little bit, and we'll get the trailer in there the rest of the way. We almost made it. We're about halfway down the hole, so we almost made it. It's just this back end that dropped a little bit lower because it's heavier back here, so we're gonna see what we can do here. Well, guys, we got the boat on the trailer. Now we're gonna start bolting stuff in and getting things rigged up and loaded back up. All right, guys, now step number 1's done. Got the bar in there, got it bolted up, a couple bolts. They're kind of long, but what I'm putting right here instead of the milk crate is gonna cover that, so we'll be all right. But yeah, that's gonna hold everything in. And I did lift it off the deck of the boat, so there's a gap all the way. It's not touching the deck of the boat anywhere. I don't want any more holes in the boat. We're saying no to holes in the boat this time. Everything's gonna get an insulator if it's touching the bottom of the boat.
Yeah, no.
Just did my drilling for my mount holes for the new bracket to hold what I'm replacing the milk crate with. Now I'm gonna tap the holes so I have something to screw into, because I'm sick and tired of screwing into my boat. I'm not screwing into my boat no more. If it's not going into the aluminum or something already added on, I'm not putting it on here. I'm just honestly sick and tired of, you guys will not believe how much water I just sucked out of this hole right here that used to hold, that was holding this down, because I have 4 bolts around this thing holding this down. But I had to take it out so I can get this mount to flush mount, so. We got the new dry box here, and that when you want to get into it, you just pop it out of there. That's gonna hold all my extra gear. Also have a little bit of space up here for something if I want to throw like a couple of little tackle boxes or something. Another little dry box maybe if I want to. Wonder if my little dry box will fit there. But got my bar across here. That should be plenty good. And I also got the battery mounted up over here. I got a nice insulator underneath it to keep it from rubbing. I glued the insulator down. Nice little piece of starboard right there. But that's the new battery, a lifetime LiFePo 4 battery, 100 amp hours. All right, this place is a mess. Definitely gonna have to get this place cleaned up. But right now, I'm throwing my life jackets in and my throwable. Life jackets in. Throwable in. Oh yeah, it's starting to look real nice in here. Battery. We got the battery mounted all up. We got the wires on. 3 wires on each post. Kind of sketchy, but we got them spread out pretty good, so should be all right. Kind of a mess under here, but it's not too bad. Probably clean it up a little bit with a few zip ties, but all in all, it's not crazy. I mean, considering there's only a couple wires on the boat, everything else is ran pretty clean. Up under here, if you guys haven't seen that video, I have a whole video on doing the lights and the electrical on the boat, where we actually ran wires under here, and we got wires into here with a fuse panel and all that good stuff. See, this right here is never a good sign. That's definitely water. The whole foam here is saturated. It sucks, but guess what? It is what it is at this point. From what I've read, there's not a whole lot you can do other than basically delaminating the whole floor and top shell and replacing it, glassing a new one back in, which is just ridiculous. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to leave it how it is, keep up on the maintenance, and let her eat for the next few years. Hopefully we'll have a bigger boat soon. Make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe button. It'll help me get to a point where I could get a bigger boat. You know, I'm not trying to get rich or famous, but I'd like to be out there on the water, you know, paying my bills, making sure my family's got a roof over our head, and, you know, out there fishing, just making my videos. So make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe button. But we're gonna get the rest of it done tomorrow, and we'll see you guys in the next fishing video. See you next time.